Hello guys, welcome you all in my YouTube channel Tech with Rakesh. Today in this video we will know about the new AIAG VDA PFMA format. So guys, this PFMA launched or published in June 2019. So there are so many changes has been done in this PFMA. Before we were using the AIAG 4th edition PFMA. This PFMA is based on 7-step approach. So these all things we will discuss in this format. So guys, let's start. So guys, this is the format of AIAG VDA PFMA process failure mode effect analysis. So in this format you will see this is 6 step is shown in this format. So first step is preparation and planning, second is structure analysis, third is function analysis, fourth is failure analysis, fifth is risk analysis, and sixth is optimization. Guys, seventh approach is result documentation. So in this step, we gather the document for your future internal communication, or we keep the records. So guys, we will discuss each step one by one. Here you will see that preparation and planning. This is the PFMA header. In this header, you have to write your company name. What is the subject of this PFMA? Means for which project you are going to do this PFMA. Here it will be written PFMA ID number. So here PFMA ID number you have to write. It is a unique ID number which is given by your system coordinator or by your MR. Plant location. Where is your plant location? So address of plant will be written here. PFMA start date. When PFMA started in your plant will be written in this section. Process responsibility. So who is the responsible of this process? So that name and his email ID and contact number will be written in this section. Customer name. Who is customer of your product? So customer name will be written in this section. PFMA revision date. Suppose that something you are going to change in your PFMA, then you have to write your revision date in this section. Confidentiality level. In confidentiality level you have to write that if your document is confidential to your company, then you will write here confidential. Otherwise you have to write business purpose. Suppose that you can show your PFMA document to any others by email or by sending your PFMA document from outside of your plant, then it will be written here business. Otherwise, if it is confidential, then your customer will come to your plant and you will show this PFMA at your plant level. Model, year and platform. So here, what is the model of your product? Here it will be written cross-functional team. So who is the core member of your PFMA team? So in cross-functional team, you have to write all the team, or you can extend your team, like you can add supplier, customer, or good operator or best operator in this team also. So this is the advantage of this new AIG BDA PFMA. So guys, we will discuss a step 2, a structure analysis. In a structure analysis, there are 3 columns. Guys, you will see that these are shown in some repeated color. It means that this is the advantage of this new AIG PFMA. Means this column which have same shown in color have linked with each other. This column is linked with this column, and this functional analysis column is linked with failure analysis this column. When you will go in a structure analysis, you will see that process item, subsystem, part element, or name of the process you have to write here. So suppose that your company is making a starter motor. So this is the subsystem. So when it will go to customer end, he will assemble in bike and your bike will be set to a system. Suppose you are making only motor, then it will be your element. So It depends upon your product or item. What is the process step? A structure analysis process step. So what are the steps of the process for performing or for producing that product? You have to write in this section. Work element. What are the work elements you are going to utilize for performing that process step? It will be written here. Suppose that your work element can be man, machine, indirect material, like that. So in function analysis there are three columns also. In first column you will see that product and or process function that the process item creates, product in plant or ship to plant, and end user when known. So what are the function of your product at your plant level? At ship to plant means where you are going to supply this product to the customer. So here I have taken, at my plant I am assembling the motor with M10 volt. So when it will go to the customer, he will assemble the motor with door, and when it will go to the customer or end user, door open and close and fix the door will be used by the customer. So what is the second step of function analysis? So function occurrence of the process step and characteristics description, quantitative value is optional. So here you have to write what are the outcomes of your process or product function. So suppose you are going to assembling the motor with M10 volt. So what will be output? It can be diameter, hole diameter, cam diameter, concentrate, CT, or parallel lead. So you will see guys, this function analysis column is linked with a structure analysis column. So here you have to write the process step. So what is the outcome of that process step will be written in function analysis. So after that, function or task of the work element and characteristic. So what are the characteristics should be your process work element? So that characteristic will be written in function or task of the work element. So suppose you have written your process work element, you required man. So what type of man you required, you have to mention here. Level 3 skilled manpower. Suppose you have written in process work element torque wrench you required. So what type of torque wrench you required? So 12 Newton meter torque wrench or 6 mm bolt T-shape you required for performing that function. So guys, we will go in next step, failure analysis. In failure analysis, you have to write the failures of your product at each level, your plant, ship to plant, and end user also. So what are the failure can happen at your plant? So here suppose we are assembling the bolt with a motor, then it can be loose assembly or it can be broken. So this is the failure effect at my plant level. So when it will go to customer plant level, so what can be failures? Fitment issue can be failures. When it will go to end user, so what can happen? Abnormal sound, tightening in door opening or closing can happen at end user. So second is severity of failure effects. So what are the severity rating? So guys, this severity rating has been changed from your previous severity rating. So here I will show you on the basis of severity table, you have to give the ranking of your severity from 1 to 10. So 10 for high and 1 for very low. So on the basis of your severity at your plant, at ship to plant and end user, you have to give the rating of severity. So you can see, just when I will go to explain it, this video will be very longer. So just you see. Now another is failure modes. So what are the failure modes of function outputs? So your function output was hole diameter. Diameter can be undersized, diameter can be oversized, or parallelism issue can be occurring, or concentricity cannot be okay. So these are the failure modes of your product. Then after cause, so what are the cause of the failure modes? So this is linked with this column, means function or task. So in function or task you had required level 3 a skilled manpower, but you did not got level 3 a skilled manpower, means you got unskilled manpower. So that's why your failure cause can occur in your operation. Again, next step is risk analysis. So in risk analysis, you have to write prevention of current control. So what is the current prevention control to avoid the failure cause? You have to write here. Then occurrence of failure cause. What are the occurrence of failure cause? You have to write here from your occurrence table. So guys, I will show you occurrence table. So this is the occurrence table. On the basis of your failure cause, means frequency of causes, you have to give the ranking of occurrence. After that, current detection control of failure cause. So what are the detection level? What are the controls of your detection of your failure cause? You have to write here in this section. What you are going to implementing Pokayoke, error proofing, like that. So what are the detection level? You have to write in this column. So after that, detection of failure cause and mode. So here you have to give the or write the ranking of detection level. So I will show you detection level table. On the basis of this table, you have to give the ranking of detection. So 10 or 9 is for very low. Suppose you are going to give 10 or 9 ranking, it means that your detectability is very low. Means passing of your not okay product to next step is very high. One for very high, suppose your detection is very high, means that there is no passing of not okay product to your next process. So you have to give a rank 1 for very high. After that, you have to write the AP, means action priority number. So previously it was RPN, risk priority number. RPN has been eliminated by AP, means action priority. So in action priority, you have to make a table, and this action priority table is very different from your RPN, means risk priority number. So guys, I will show you action priority table. This is the combination of some action priority table. On the basis of this sample, you can make 1000 possible action priority table. So suppose here I have made some table on the basis of their numbers or ranking. Suppose my severity is 9 to 10 and occurrence is between 6 to 10 and detection is between 2 to 10, then I will give the action priority number H. H means high. So when it is H, then you have to take or you must have to take the action to just to control your or to prevent your occurrence of failures. So like that, suppose your severity is 2 to 4, occurrence is 4 to 5 and detection is 2 to 4. It means that your action priority will be AP. E will be L, means very low. M means moderate and L means very low or low. Here a special product characteristic. So earlier it was class, now that class has been eliminated or replaced by a special product characteristic. So when there is some special product characteristics like that form, function, fit or safety, so those requirements will be written in a special product characteristics. After that, prevention action. So suppose your AP is previously high or moderate, then what are the prevention action or detection action you have taken that failure cause will not be repeated in your process. So you have to write here prevention action, then after detection action, then who is going to resolve these problems or going to action on this problem, their responsible person name will be written here, and when he is going to complete the target or complete the task, then target date will be written here, Then a status of completed or continuing or open. So here when you are going to take action, then what is the status of your action you have to write here. So action taken with provident pointer to evidence. So evidence of your action will be written here. So what are the action you have taken, what are their evidence. Completion date, in completion date you have to write when your action has been completed. So here completion date will be right. After that you have to give new severity, occurrence and detection. So when you are taking action, then your severity, occurrence and detection will definitely change. So on the basis of severity, occurrence and detection table, you have to write new severity, occurrence and detection table. Sorry, rank. After that, AP, your new action priority will be come like high, medium and low. Suppose previously your AP was H, means high, it can be moderate or it can be low after taking some action. Then remarks you have to write. So guys, this is the brief about the AIHG VDA new PFMEA. So thank you guys, thank you for watching this video. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.